What have you heard? Have you heard about Nick Shirley and what's going on there in Cuba?
I didn't watch all of it, but there was like a spy after him or something.
Yeah,
Like went after him.
so Cuba is in like this humanitarian crisis or collapse right now, and like people are using. They don't have any. Apparently, they don't have any electricity. Like the grid
In
is
Cuba?
in yeah, in Cuba.
Oh,
Like the grid's down because
they
remember
can't get oil.
from my understanding, they were getting all their oil basically from Venezuela, and since we've blockaded them, they have no way to really run their country at all, and that means there's no electricity. That means hospitals are shut down. People are dying.
Jeez.
I think people are even starving. I mean, it's a bad situation, and
This is just coming out on the news? See, I haven't heard about this yet. I just heard about Nick Shirley going over there,
well,
and
this is why he went over there.
Okay.
Because he wanted to get video. And he's kind of like the new guy that tries to get in.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. I hope he has good security.
This is super risky. I mean,
I know. I like him a lot.
Going to California is one thing with all the liberals that probably want to kill him.
Yeah.
But
he's like a young James O'Keefe.
Yeah, Cuba is the government's going to go after you.
Yeah.
So it's pretty risky. So I had read that, like you had said, the Cuban intelligence has seized Shirley's cameras, his professional gear, and now he's just filming secretly with his iPhone. But he's pretty much have came like a hostage. He's posted video that saying that he was almost taken hostage and that Cuban spies were waiting in the hotel lobby to arrest him for independent reporting. He's currently a mile and a half from the U.S. Embassy. I didn't even know that we had a U.S. Embassy in Cuba. Does that sound right? Somebody needs to look that up and tell me if I'm right there, because that doesn't even, like, a U.S. Embassy in Cuba just doesn't seem right. But he's weighing a run for asylum versus trying to bluff his way onto a flight, which would be pretty difficult to bluff your way on a flight. But yeah, Nick Shirley, the man, the myth, the legend that ruined Tim Walz's career as the governor and stopped him from basically running again, has shined light on all the Minnesota fraud with the Leering Center.
Yes.
That we've seen. Yeah, go ahead.
Cuba does have a United States embassy. It's in Havana.
In Havana.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the embassy is located in Havana, Cuba's capital.
Got it. Well,
it's reopened, so it was shut down.
That's good. He's a mile and a half away. That's a far run, and if they got people in the lobby, it's going to be.
So they've got him barricaded in his hotel, or.
That's kind of what he sent out a message to everybody saying that that's what was happening. So
is he with anybody else?
Yeah.
Does he have any crew or?
I think he's with the crew. I think he's with a couple guys. So, but that doesn't help him.
Yeah, that
probably makes it even harder to make sure everybody gets out and they all leave at the same time and trying to coordinate all that. So, yeah, it's not a good situation. So hopefully it will calm down.
And that's probably why we don't know what's going on in Cuba, because they won't allow reporters in there.
Yeah, and it's it's Cuba, so we're not really supposed to be. It's a country that we don't get along with. So
how is he going to get that? That makes me nervous for him. How is he going to get out?
I don't know, but
the U.S. is. I mean, we've got to do something. Trump's got to do something and get him out.
Yeah, Trump wants to do something with that country anyway, but he might.
If they hurt Nick, I guarantee you, Trump's going to do something about it.
We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, they better not hurt one of our citizens.
You wouldn't think they'd be stupid enough to do that, but desperate times when they don't have much to lose at this point, especially the government of Cuba, and Trump has already signaled what he's planning to do.
Yeah, I don't know if I were Trump, I'd be like, you better send him home now or we'll have trouble.
Yeah.
That makes me mad.
It's a little bit stupid of Nick to do, though.
I think it's gutsy.
I think he's young and a little bit dumb when it comes to these types of things, especially when you're involving government and putting our government and tensions at risk. We already have enough going on with Iran. And, what we've seen with Trump is he handled Venezuela. After Venezuela, he went ahead and went after Iran, and then I think his next move was going to be, sorry, got no one ever likes
Skoma said
crystal.
something really. He said he agreed with you on the last one. He said he agreed that going over there was stupid of Nick and it put us in kind of a bad situation.
Yeah,
I can see how I can see that. I can see that.
Even like with some of this stuff, timing is everything. Like with with
I don't-
Iran, in my opinion, the timing with Iran was off. The protesters shouldn't have started their protest until they had our support. And then Nick just jumps over to Cuba. I mean, if he gets arrested, that's going to become a major international issue. We're already spread too thin. The gas prices are already way too high. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's just
I don't know. I admire
frustrating.
Nick. I really admire Nick.
Well, he's got balls, but does he have the brains? I guess that's my question.
A lot of bronze, not very much brains.
Yeah,
I can see that.
That's my concern. It's like, hey, you've got to make smart choices, and not, the people that are with him, he's putting them at risk. They're big people, so they make their own decisions. But he's the leader of that team, and he needs to. He's what, 22, 23 years old. He's not very old, and
I thought he was 20.
I think he's only like 22, 23. He's not very old. So he's a young guy, and young guys tend to make some silly decisions sometimes. And I would say going over to another country that doesn't like us, we are basically doing things that will starve their people, shut off their electricity, stop their importing of oil and gas. That's a risk.
Here's the thing, but without him going over there, I wouldn't have known that Cuba was in the state they were in. Like, I didn't know that.
Well, that's just because you're ill-informed. Everybody knew that.
He
just wanted to show it. So if you didn't know that Cuba was going through that, then
I didn't realize it at this point. I've been kind of bad this week about what's going on.
Yeah, I think everybody has kind of known that. He was going over there not really to find it like he's done with this other fraud stuff. He was going over to show it. It's different. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, so that's not something that I think he should have put himself into.